Experience Pros Radio Show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
I drive a million miles to be with you tonight.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you for taking time out of your business day to join us for ours. Hey, listen, you've got a business, and sometimes you need a little amplification. Well, we've got the way to make your event rock.
I'll tell you what, when you go to an event and they have a great sound system, even good microphones
Yes.
and music to kick it off, kind of to set the vibe and set the theme, you just know you're in for a real treat.
That's right.
Well, we brought in a real treat for you. Jeff Fernandez with Encore Events and Entertainment. You can find them online at totalencore.com. And Jeff, we were chit-chatting a little bit. When we think about events and entertainment, we think sound. We think, okay, here's a microphone and here's a speaker, but you are so much more.
Yeah, you would say that.
Yeah.
You would say that. I make a party better.
Make a party better. How? How do you make a party better?
First thing is experience. That's for sure. Doing it as long as I've been doing it.
Well, let's talk about that. How long have you? What kind of experience do you have in the industry of
DJing?
DJing and event presentation?
I picked up my first turntables when I was 13, so that was 1990.
Did you do the?
Yeah, I did. Very badly, though.
Apparently, so do I.
And then I worked for my first professional DJ firm in 1995. That was my first official event.
All right.
As a pro.
So you've got some experience under your belt. You know what you're doing. We've worked with you a number of times, and it's just seamless. If we live behind a microphone, and so it's great to work with you because you just hand me the microphone and you're like, you got it, and you've taken care of all the other details.
I know it's not going to be all funky, and the sound is going to
Right.
work. You're going to keep the volume right. How important is the sound and having somebody behind the scenes? Because I think, a lot of times we think, well, you can just, bring your cousin in, he can turn on some music, and you're good to go.
Well, I mean, it's from a standpoint of the technical of sound is concerned, that's definitely not a very difficult thing to monitor. But you go back to what Eric just said about being seamless and knowing how to handle things, knowing the nuances of somebody's particular voice or that sort of thing, knowing how to play background music.
Transitions,
seamless, timing.
Yes.
Delivery. I always say that.
How many weddings do you think you do in a year?
In a year?
Yeah.
I've done over 1,300 in my career.
Wow.
So I probably do about
a bunch.
A lot.
I'd say about 40 a year at least.
All
It
right.
used to be higher than that, that's for sure.
Now, Jeff, and then there may be people who are listening to us right now thinking, you know what, I'm planning on getting married, and I need Jeff his services. But let's also talk about the fact that we've got a number of business owners who may be thinking about giving seminars or doing events and things like that. You covered that as well, is that correct?
Absolutely. It's live PA, AV. What we'll do is we'll provide the microphones. We'll bring in a full sound system to facilitate that as well. We're doing something for Carrie Conley coming up here in about a week.
That's right. You're going to get to see Jeff in action because he is doing the sound and all the presentation for the Success Unleashed Summit.
Yep.
And you can find that online at successunleashedsummit.com on January 18th.
Absolutely. We're excited about that.
Yeah, that's going to be fantastic. So you're coming in, so you work with hotels then and work seamlessly with them.
We do. We're all on the same team. So that's the first thing we do is, particularly with Carrie's event, you'll go into the hotel, and you'll take a peek at the venue just to make sure that you're bringing enough speakers, how much cable you're going to need, all these different things that we look at.
Were you there
Sure.
today with her?
I was just there.
Yeah, because I saw she was posted. She was there, so you were her guy.
Yeah, she made me scoot out of there a little bit early so I wouldn't be late.
Well, that's good on her. Now, Jeff, you've got you're going out there. You're looking out for your clients, making sure that their experience is seamless and flawless, and so on. How do you answer the questions of how much does it cost and whatnot? And I'm not looking for you to necessarily lay down a price because I think every event's probably different. But how do you address the concerns of the common questions that people ask you?
Well, the first thing is you want to find out how long they need you for.
Right.
You want to find out what their vision is. If we're talking about a wedding, you want to ask them the right questions, and that comes from experience. You know what questions to ask. Where's the venue? Are you having your ceremony on site? What the vision is. And based on the answers that particular client is going to give me, we'll determine what they need or what they don't need or that sort of thing.
You know, Jeff, though, the one thing that went wrong at my wedding was my first dance, mine and my husband's first dance. We did not listen to the song. We knew the song. He had the song, but we did not preview listening to the song, and it was wrong. So after 3 or 4 attempts, he just played a different song. It was the one thing that went wrong at my wedding.
That sounds horrible, and you're still talking about 20 years later.
Somebody asked me a couple years after that, hey, who's the DJ did your wedding? Nay. Nay. I will not be recommending them. And so you don't want to be on the, to have the one thing that does go wrong when you've got encore events on your team. That won't happen.
Absolutely. And one of the other things that I just want our listeners to think of as they consider, as they should, encore events for your next event, whether it's a wedding or a corporate event, or you do proms and after school kind of things, those kinds of things as well, right?
Sure. Full spectrum of mobile DJ work other than weddings. Weddings are my wheelhouse.
But here's a big thing is don't cut corners here. This is not the place to cut corners. I see people trying to save a buck by getting the DJ. He goes, we want you for 3 hours, and then the event's 6 hours. We want you for 3 hours. You start, and then all of a sudden you got your DJ pulling down the sound system in the middle of your event. Don't do that. It's horrible.
No, and sometimes it takes an experienced guy to tell a bride that. I always say that if there's anything within your budget that you don't want to cut corners on, it's going to be your entertainment.
Now, you bring in these fun lighting, and you can also do photo booths.
The whole bit.
The whole bit. So it's events and entertainment. So you're the full package. So you should be the first one we call when we're putting an event together.
Should be the first one I call.
One of the first phone calls.
Absolutely.
Because there's so much that you have, so many resources, so much that you bring to the table. We'll give some contact information.
Absolutely. My website, you said earlier, is totalencore.com, and our local number is 303-515-7207.
Do that one more time.
303-515-7207.
Jeff, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate you.
This was fun.
Absolutely, and we will see you next week, hanging out with Kerry Conley over at the Success Unleashed Summit, successunleashedsummit.com. And when we return, business tips and insights. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio.